Yeah, the important ones are here so we can get on.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah! Hey, patrons, I'm back! It's okay.
He's back.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm also back, and Lewis will be as well.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do one last week.
Did you not? Because Lewis didn't turn up and he said, oh, I'll do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't because it's my wife's birthday, so, you know, I'm too busy being a good husband and shit.
Yeah, I've heard you do that sometimes.
Yeah, I do that. I try. Every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was texting him on Friday, like, what's going on? Like, I couldn't remember what the plan was. If I was getting a bus or if he's picking me up. And he was like, oh, no, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. You know, can't be done. Do it tomorrow, just me and you. And I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. So same thing happens again. I'm like, what's going on again today? I can't remember. And I'm getting no reply. And he's like, oh, yeah, nah. He was, because he did rugby on last Saturday.
Yeah, he did rugby.
Ended up going to the rugby club with the boys.
Yeah, he went
afterwards.
And got wasted.
He did get wasted. I got a text much later on that just said lads.
Yeah, that sounds like this.
Yeah, I also
did you not see his Instagram post of where he came back and he said, I've got this baguette and I put cheese and ham in it?
Yeah.
And it wasn't a baguette. It was not baguette, sorry, croissant. It was bloody crumpets.
Yeah, that's it. He was calling a crumpet a croissant. Yeah.
And you're like, yes, gee, that's Lewis. That is
It was
Lewis
a great watch. It was a good review. It was it was very comprehensive, you know.
It wasn't a bad review, actually.
Yeah.
But there was still that whole moment of, it's a fucking crumpet.
And it's a two-parter as well on Instagram. It's a two-part video.
I just love the thought process he must have had. Genius idea.
Yeah,
let's review this.
The kitchen, like, fucking hell. Yeah, but so there was no podcast last week. I'm sure he'll apologise for that in a bit. I'm not going to apologise for it.
Yeah, you start on our patrons. I heard we've got a new patron as well.
Oh shit!
I hear there are like 4 of you now.
Ugh.
That's crazy.
Why?
There's more of them than there are of us.
Oh, don't give him that information. Are you fucking kidding me?
So guys, when he starts again, just remember there's more of you than there are of us.
I'll take you all individually.
Thank you, honey. Oh, that's lovely and cold as well.
I didn't even. I
want to rest those on my nuts.
I've got a headache, by the way. Where's paracetamol?
We haven't got any.
Oh, do you have any ibuprofen or anything? Did you look
We had aspirin, but apparently you can't have aspirin with that.
God damn it. Well, I've got a headache and I've got to live with that now.
Yeah. It'll just make you more grumpy. It'll be funnier for the viewers.
It'll make you basically.
There we go then.
It'll make you feel like we feel like when we have to do this with you every week.
Bus guy made me angry.
Okay, how bus guy
made you angry?
Yeah. I pressed the button to get off my stop.
Yeah.
And I'm not slow at getting off. I was down the stairs. He slams the door shut when I get there. So in the most British way possible, I just didn't thank him when I got off at the next stop. I was furious.
Wow, you showed him.
I was livid.
Anyone else would have gone, sorry mate, I need to get off here?
Well, he was off. He was going.
I'd still go, sorry mate, I pressed the buzzer.
Have you tried that, bus driver? So sorry man, I can't stop now. We've already started going.
Oh, it's alright, I'll take some money back.
Remember his face? Next time you go on there, give him a 20 quid note. They hate that.
Yeah, because they don't have to change for
I had an argument with a bus driver once. He went, I don't accept that. And I said, see that, mate? It's got the Queen's Head on it. It's legal tender. By law, you have to accept it. I said, a £50 note, you don't have to, but £20 note, you have to accept. He said, oh no, it's within 30% of your fee. I said, no, it's all, mate. I said, I mean, we can hold everyone up if you want, and I can Google on my phone.
I'm really sorry, but 20 quid's the smallest change I carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, why'd you do it less?
Things are hard at the moment. I usually just rock the 50s, but... I was just saying how we've got a fourth...
We do, yeah, we do. So, he
doesn't want to be known.
No, it's fine. It's that, foreign user guy who's commented a few times.
Yeah.
It's foreign user guy.
Oh, okay.
But he said, do we have a PayPal? Because he wanted to make us a donation. He didn't want to do the monthly thing.
Oh, okay.
I see.
So I don't know whether he's a patron just for this month and he's donated the £5 for the month, but he's showing up as a patron. So I don't know if he's accidentally gone, oops, or if he's actually gone, stuff it, I'll do the $5 a month, whatever.
He'll find out.
But yeah, no. So he's here anyway. He can have access to this for the month
because he's
boy.
Yeah, so
then what? There are 4 big boys now.
There are 4 big boys.
Disgusting.
So who is? So still, I know we've got Brian, we've got Trev, we've got foreign user.
I've got Adam.
That's
all I know.
All we know is
Adam's kind of an enigma.
I've contacted Adam twice.
Yeah.
And
he hasn't responded.
No.
Well, I fear
apart from in code.
I still think Adam is Adam from Manor.
Okay.
Purely because his Patreon profile picture that he's had set up
Is Adam
is
from
very
Mammoth.
similar. Yeah.
That'd be a good fucking guess then, wouldn't it?
Fucking deduce this.
It's very
Well done, Sherlock. We nailed that one.
It's very similar to Adam from Manna's profile picture on YouTube.
Right, probably is then.
So they're both
okay.
like hand drawn Deadpool artwork.
Right.
Yeah,
So
probably.
I mean, I'm not an investigator, but
He kind of is. I mean,
There we go.
if you know Lewis, he's
yeah,
kind
I
of
want it.
genius.
Apart from when you're playing Sinner Sacrifice Redemption, I'm not genius then.
When I first came here, and before I got in the room, he was like, "Ah!" And you're like, and I said, "You played Sinner?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Was it good though?
Just about to smash my controller.
We'll talk about it. We shouldn't talk about it now. Talk about
Yeah,
the podcast. I've got something I want to talk
Just
about.
don't want to don't ask me about that game.
But we're going to talk about it soon, so
Yeah.
I'll ask you then. Do you know Supernatural TV show?
Yes.
Started good, now it's awful. They did an episode last
Was it
season.
ever good?
Oh no, yeah, it was actually decent. Season 1 to 5 is good.
No, I'm with you.
Oh, well, you're a fool. But they did an episode last season.
Yeah.
With Scooby Doo. Do you remember that? It was heavily advertised.
No.
They did a crossover episode with actual Scooby Doo.
Well,
It's a cartoon.
Real?
Right, okay.
Okay.
They go into the TV.
Right, okay.
I watched it today just because I wanted to see how well that went.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Because the Scooby-Doo characters saying things that are too real is fucking so funny. The first thing that made me crack up was Fred saying the word cancer. I lost my mind when he said cancer. I was like, what? Fred can't say that.
You can't say cancer. That's against Fred's rules.
It was literally, they're just reading about a newspaper. Oh, someone's left an inheritance for Scoob and we're going to go check it out. It's like a classic episode of Scooby-Doo. And one of Supernatural goes, okay, so this guy's dead. And Fred just goes, yeah, cancer. And I was like, fucking hell. Shaggy also breaks his arm in the episode. And then Velma's like, Shaggy, you okay? And he's like, do I look okay? He gets all angry. And they have a nervous breakdown because the ghost is real. They all start freaking out. Like what their lives worth at this point. It's great. It's a great episode.
Okay, I might watch that one.
Yeah, I mean, the show isn't good, but
that
that episode is genuinely
That sounds
funny.
like something funny.
Yeah.
I never really watched Supernatural, to be honest.
Oh, I liked it. I watched it back in the day.
Yeah, I watched a bit of it. I wasn't that impressed.
I watched seasons 1 to 11, maybe.
It all lumps into that whole Supernatural, Vampire Diaries, all of that
Yes,
sort of...
I agree.
I mean, if it wasn't set in Dawson's Creek, then I'm not going to watch it.
One of the main guys was on Gilmore Girls beforehand.
Does that help?
Sarah likes Gilmore Girls, but
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
Fair enough.
There's too
I've never
too
seen
many women.
And you hate women.
No,
Yeah,
as in, like, it was literally like watching two feminists on TV just bitch about men the whole time.
That is what the show is for women, though.
Yeah.
It's the demographic is women.
Yeah.
Yeah, seasons 1 to 5 Supernatural were good, and then the rest, and it's like
I've been rewatching Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
I saw a clip of that last night.
Gotta
and
watch
it.
it.
Genuinely
It's
upset
brilliant.
me.
It's so good.
It's on all four. You can watch the whole
Yeah.
thing.
It's all on all 4
It's
now.
all
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'll
you can watch the
I
entire
watched them
thing.
all. Is there 6 episodes?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched them all
There's
last
only a
year
few.
again. Scottish Mist still stands.
Scottish
still my
Mist is a
favourite.
brilliant
and
one.
Killer Broccoli is a very
What's
good
the one with the gross?
The Eyeball Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a
Um,
clip of that last night.
I
and it
can't
was
remember.
genuinely upsetting.
Have you ever seen the?
Is that the bit where he runs away? Which bit did you see? Because it's
I
called
saw-
Skip.
He starts off, he's on the roof. And
Oh,
they're
this is the runaway scene.
talking
And
down.
do you see him bite the hand? And then he kills it in
Yeah,
the sink.
he beats
Yeah.
the ever-loving shit out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but it was like the creature was like upsetting to look at.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
Like I was
I
like,
completely forgot that Richard
Ayoade
was in it, and then I watched it again last year, and I was like,
But it's
"Fuck,
also
he is in this." But I watched it when I was so young, I didn't know who he was.
it's
Well,
also
it's very
got
early
Toast
in
of
his
London
career.
in there
yeah,
as well.
I've forgotten
I
his
always
name.
forget his name, but he is brilliant.
Yeah, he's good and everything, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a who's who of British comedy. Isn't
yeah.
it?
Classic.
Like the,
So you should watch that.
Like the Spice movie.
Spice World.
Spice World. That had so
Let's call it the
many.
Spice movie.
Yeah.
Get cultured, please. Spice World.
Spice World, the movie.
The movie.
Yeah, that had like who's who of British '90s pop, like everyone in there. Even
Had some
Beckham.
quite big actors in it as well, didn't it?
Yeah,
Was a sort of
they were
bloody hell. What?
force the Spice Girls.
They were.
at the time. You can get
God
anyone
knows
in the
how,
film.
but they
Yeah,
were.
I still don't understand how. No,
Really,
I was
really
there.
want to zig a cigar, you know.
And what is Ziggy Zagar? It's because they had nothing to rhyme and they couldn't write a song.
They didn't even write it anyway.
No,
I doubt they wrote a single song.
no.
Did Club 7 have a movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had a
they
TV
did have a movie.
series.
They had a TV series.
They did have a movie.
They had
Junior though.
Well, they had a movie, but
No.
it was based on the TV series.
Oh, okay.
S Club
Yeah.
Juniors also had a TV series, but S Club had
Yes.
a TV series.
Yeah.
Were
Automatic High.
they in LA?
Like it's played at the rugby club every week. It's S Club Juniors like only song Automatic High.
Oh no, they've got another one. Sure.
No one ever knows it, but everyone like the rugby guys start singing it, and people are like, "What the hell's this song?" It's like automatic.
Yeah,
don't know it.
if you ever want to know why rugby players have this really bad stereotype about just being a bunch of guys who are repressed homosexuals,
Yep,
I mean,
that's it.
open homosexual, repressed paedophile.
he doesn't repress it that much.
Good point. Barely repressed.
Gosh, should we go on to
This
the
is
main?
why you pay money for the Patreon stuff, because we can't put this shit in the real ones.
Yeah. Career-ending talk.
Yeah.
Should we go on to the main podcast?
If
I think we
have
should
to.
linger in the big boys club for another 10 minutes. In complete silence.
No, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we should talk.
Couldn't we just do like a still?
Wait, if we remain perfectly still, or do you mean just a
No, actually just put a picture up. And then Lewis
Yes.
could leave 10 minutes of blank. White noise. Make it white noise.
Okay, do you want to freeze frame on a pose, and then you can take a screenshot.
Just
on
white
that
noise
still?
it for 10 minutes.
I'm definitely not going to white noise it anyway.
Yeah,
so
because
just
you
do what you
barely
want.
edit.
Do what you want, because he's just cutting this whole section out.
Yeah, just do what you want. I should
Alright.
actually say, yeah, go on, go do what you want, and I just wouldn't put it in there anyway.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What's up, and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast, episode 61, a weekly podcast where we get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through all the indie games we've been playing, we go through the latest indie game news, and we cover a main topic. And this week's main topic is we're talking about Xbox Game Pass versus PlayStation Now in terms of indie games. Which one's worth your money if you want to get into indie games, because they offer about 20, 25 indie games each. So it's not a bad way of kind of paying for 1 month or 2 months and going in there and playing through games, because they're not contract based. But we'll go on that more about it at the end. With me as always is Dan from At the Dice Bear.
Hello.
Tom from Shriek and Profit.
There you go.
And you can find me at What's Up Woody pretty much anywhere and everywhere. And I'm just going to agree point. You know, every time I say What's Up at the beginning,
Yep.
Yeah.
you chuckle.
Yeah.
So people always go,
What is the joke?
yeah, they're probably always going, what's the joke?
Oh, well,
We
yes,
can't
it's-
tell you.
I just find it funny. I
We
just find
can't
you
tell
a
you.
bit
We
of a
can't
joke.
tell you.
It's always nice. Always nice. How has the week been, gentlemen?
2 weeks.
2 weeks been. 2
2
weeks
weeks?
been,
Yeah.
yeah. Tom let us down last week.
Sure. I was the only one who was eager for it, it seemed.
Yeah, I was.
Hey. I was eager on the Friday,
Yeah.
but Lewis
Yeah.
couldn't make it because he was coming back from a
was
school
late,
trip.
Milton
Yeah.
Keynes. I got back
Yeah.
in there at like 8:15, which I know is not really late, but then by the time I'd got you guys here and we'd set everything up and we'd done and we'd gone, it would have been gone on quite
Yeah,
a bit. So,
And
yeah.
then Saturday I couldn't do because it was my wife's birthday.
And I initially said, I'll pick you up.
Yeah, we would do it.
But then I played rugby on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And then got wasted.
Managed to get some awards, God knows how. Got given 3 pints.
Oh, I
Then
see.
on the coach on the way back, called you and was like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Simply, mate, it's just not going to happen. You're like,
I had a feeling anyway.
yeah, like, did you have a good night in town though?
I didn't go out in the end. We just drank at home.
Did you?
Got pretty hammered. Watched Catwoman. It's so bad.
Gee,
Yes.
what, the Halle Berry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So bad.
So funny.
Right.
Home Alone 5, The Holiday Heist.
Wow.
I still need to see Bone Alone, which
What
is
is
the
that?
Home Alone but with a dog. It's a real movie. Luke
That
has
sounds
it,
so good.
and it's called Bone Alone, which sounds like a porno, to be
I
honest.
did think when you said
Yeah.
it first. I was
But
like,
it's
Why
not.
Home Alone
It's
most
Home
days?
Alone. It's Home Alone, but where instead of Macaulay Culkin or whoever
Does
the
the dog
lead male.
talk?
I don't know. I haven't seen it,
I bet it doesn't.
but
Interesting. You had a good night.
Yeah, it was fun, yeah. You did too?
Yeah.
well, you saw his Instagram.
Yeah, that was a great...
Look at this croissant. Fucking crumpet, Lewis.
Yeah.
Croissant.
If anyone wants to see any food reviews, then follow me.
A single food review split into 2 parts.
What's up, Woody on Instagram? Because
Crumpet
I
with
know
cheese
my
and ham.
difference between crumpets and croissants.
Clearly.
Everyone was like, "It's a fucking croissant. It's a crumpet."
Crumpet. It was a
That's the reason I
crumpet.
liked it.
Someone
the
commented
second
like-
you went, I got a croissant, I was like, like?
It's the bit I've got the croissant and then threw the crumpet across the thing. It didn't even make it onto the chopping board. It kind of bounced across. It's like he is hammered.
Yeah, it was a good video. Videos, sorry.
But I got to be honest, because a bit of context, people. I come home quite drunk last Saturday. I was hungry, and my thing I always eat when I come in is cheese and ham toasties. I like toasties and wrap though, so I don't like too bready. I was like, we've got no wraps left. Apparently, that was a fresh pack of like 8 downstairs that I absolutely smashed in one sitting. But I was like, we've got no wraps left. So that's why I was like, the only bread thing we had left was crumpets.
You mean a croissant?
Croissant?
Yeah. Croissant, yeah. And as I said, it was pretty good. I'm not a food critic, but a bit
you are now.
Yeah.
You are now.
But no, should we go on to some indie games, guys? Should we dive into some indie?
Yeah, go for it.
I reckon you've been playing a few because
I've played a couple.
I know you've been playing Forgotten Anne.
Yes.
I know you... Did you jump into 2064?
No.
Read any memories?
No, I should have done, but I didn't.
Cool. Well, anyway, what have you played?
I did a crumb of Warface.
Yeah,
Okay.
After you suggested it.
Single player or...
Well, I thought it was only multiplayer, and I was like, I'll jump on and I'll just play a team deathmatch quickly.
Yeah.
But you got to do tutorial.
Yeah.
And then you don't unlock team deathmatch until you do other
Level
missions.
5, I think? Or
Oh, no. It's a lot earlier than that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
But still, I did the mission and I was like, well, I'm not in the mood now. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just really wasn't convinced. I turned it off, so I'll try again tomorrow. Haven't touched it since.
Yeah.
All right.
TDM's not great.
Oh, really?
Storm's pretty damn good, though.
Is
I
it?
should
I've
get
not
it
played
at
Storm.
some point.
I played Storm. It's very much like an old Call of Duty, so it's got rid of all the gimmicky shit
Excellent.
that has been pumped into first-person shooters.
That's why I wanted to play it in the first place, yeah.
And it's actually quite good, but it is nearly pay to win.
Okay.
Because there are some points of it, to get the better guns and to keep them, you've got to use K points and bits like that.
I know.
And I was just like... But then again, that hasn't stopped me getting fucking obscene KD ratios at points.
It's all about the KD.
Because, well, it is in these games.
Yeah, well,
But
this
there-
game
there are
initially released
points
in
you're just like,
2013,
Jesus.
so it is very much in that era.
Yeah.
Cool. So
What else?
you dabbled in Warface. What else, mate?
Yep, I finished Forgotten Anne.
You finished it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you reckon to it?
I thought it was good. It was let down a little bit.
Mhm.
I thought the gameplay and the visuals are great. I like all that stuff.
Okay.
I don't think it's like overly complicated or anything, but it's easy to play, and I never felt like annoyed by just playing it.
How did you find the puzzles progressed?
Barely.
Do you know what I think?
I thought they just remained the same level of easy.
I'm not gonna lie. I got stuck on the scrap. There's one in the light when you had to kind of move the light and then you had to move the scrap around. You know, the little things.
The forgotten pieces.
The forgotten pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
That bit did it. Like I was confused by that, and I did work it out, but I felt like I was working it out the wrong way.
Okay.
It didn't feel like the solution. It felt like a workaround.
Okay.
I don't know. That was just not a particularly good puzzle.
Yeah.
Or it was more just like a bit of like being really quick with it, as opposed to actually working out the solution. Like I knew what to do immediately, but it just seemed really hard and impossible.
Yeah.
So that kind of bugged me. Then the story, I was a bit disappointed with the story mostly.
Yeah.
I don't think it was bad. I just thought it was a bit short and everything felt a bit rushed. All the relationships felt really rushed.
Okay.
The last 2 hour or so did feel quite rushed.
Yeah.
Once you make I don't want to go into spoilers. You find out the kind of
the
secret thing of the world.
realm,
yeah. That from that point to the end was like quite quick, wasn't it? You're
Yes.
like, oh, this is kind of getting me through as quickly.
But I love the visuals. I think it's some really cool stuff in there. And that was the thing. When I got to the end, it's not really spoilers, but there's a big choice at the end, basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't care.
Did you not?
Well, it wasn't like in other games when there's a big choice at the end. I'm like, oh fuck, what am I going to pick? But I was like, either one, don't really care.
So what did you choose,
Yeah.
good or bad?
I just thought this is the good one. I'll just pick the good one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make a decision based on. Like,
You do
this
know
is
now
the
you
dilemma.
finished it. You can go back, and
yeah. I didn't
see
look
the
at
other
that.
ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
I chose the bad ending.
Is it good?
It's different.
Yeah.
It is actually genuinely quite different. But I wasn't actually disappointed by the story. I actually liked the game overall. But I liked
liked
the only
it.
thing that disappointed me about it was I felt like there wasn't enough consequential decisions along the way that fed into the end.
Especially because there's a bit where it's like, look at the things you did over your journey and all that.
It's true because it tries to get quite morally heavy, doesn't it?
Oh, and that whole section, too much talking.
At the end.
In that bit where it's like, let's see what you did.
Oh,
and all that.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I was honestly, at a certain point, I was like, I get it. I feel like we're saying the same thing. We're just going around in loops. I was like, I get it. Let's move on. Can I just do something now?
So would you recommend it?
Yeah. Well, I give it like a 7. I don't think it's a bad game. I actually quite liked it, but I just
I was sitting around about 7.5
I was expecting
to an 8.
a lot more, but
Right.
I was expecting it to be close to a 10. You know, especially from what I played at EJS Res.
Sound design's nice, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's a
That
really
was-
nicely put together game.
That's what you were worried about. Remember after the headphones?
Yeah, headphones were awful at Res.
Oh,
Remember
Res,
that?
yeah, but that was
Yeah.
on like every game we played. It was like,
It sounded disgusting, but yeah.
but that's the difference between playing in a like
exactly. I played at home.
expo and then being at home with your own kit and your own
It
setup.
sounded a lot better. And yeah, it's a good game. I just was let down because I expected a lot more of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go. Forgotten hand.
Is that your 2 you played?
I feel like I probably played something else, but it's been 2 weeks, so
You've forgotten.
there it goes.
New challenges you've got to try out, because I've not played it yet. 2064 Read Only Memories. Have you played it?
Oh, I've got,
I haven't played it yet.
I've got
No.
Spectrum Retreat to play as well.
Oh, cool.
Nice, yeah.
So I'll play that soon.
Nice.
But yeah,
You'll
I'll
enjoy
try
that
it
one.
this weekend. The what it's called.
2064
2064.
Read Only Memories.
If you want to call it 2069.
Yeah.
69, dude.
I've got quite a lot to get through. Do you want to go next, or do you want me to go next?
Go on, I'll go next. Seeing as I don't have as much because I only got a monitor on Thursday.
Yeah. Has your new bit arrived yet?
wow!
Yeah, I
Does
got
it
the
all
new
work?
bit. It all works. So I've got a monitor. I can play. It's all
Congrats.
there.
Is the monitor any good?
Yeah, it's all right.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it works. I can play games. So
There you
yeah,
go.
it's fucking amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I played Warface.
Okay.
So I jumped on because I downloaded that before my monitor went and died, and I was like, oh well, I can't play fucking anything ever again. I played that. I quite like it because it goes back to the
It's
very
very-
old school
yeah.
first person shooter. It's about being good with your aim.
Yeah.
It's solid weaponry that does damage and movement and map knowledge. It's not about stupid death streaks or kill streaks or running across the walls really poorly because you don't know how to do it as well as Titanfall. And you know, all of that shit that Call of Duty just became
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it is, yeah. Well, Black Ops 4 came out today, didn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm not, obviously, there's no reviews for it because it's all online now, so they can't
they can't review it
because
until
it has
it's
to
been,
be
yeah.
Yeah.
active servers going. But it's been received really well by
It
most
seems
people.
like there's a lot of stuff there, but I think that's going to be because of the whole Fortnite Battle Royale
which
side
does
of
look
it.
good, and I've heard
Which
good
does
things
look
about
good,
it, yeah.
and I think the rest of it is going to be your same dirge you've got many times before.
Apparently, they've really stripped back the online multiplayer with your terms of your abilities, like the whole wall running.
Yeah,
stuff
I'll
is
believe that when I see
really
it.
Come back. They still got the death streaks and kill
Yeah,
streaks.
it was all that gimmicky shit that just
Stop
ended
doing
up
future
killing it.
games. Stop doing future games.
Yeah. So I played Warface. I think it's got the multiplayer stuff I really enjoy. The co-op campaign stuff is actually really quite fun, and they do daily things
I
to
have
it.
something to add to that, but finish first.
They've got daily things to it to collect stars. So there's a part of you that it actually helps to jump in every day and just do part of a story because you'll gain more equipment, more weapons, which pulls into this very much. You know, like your MOBA style ones where they want you to log in every day to get these bits, and it's done quite nicely. The only issue I have with Warface is the whole. It's as I said before, it's kind of pay to win at some
There's
points.
a lot of monetization in it.
There's a lot of monetization, which is kind of a mixed feelings because it's a free game.
Yeah, well,
So
if it's going to
fine.
be anywhere, it's going to be in a free game.
My
isn't
only
it?
issue is that some of it is based around weapons, and
Yeah,
some of the
they are.
weapons are better. I mean, just literally better. There's nothing you can do about it and you can hire them for 6 days, some of them for 2 days,
Something like that.
and with in-game currency, which is okay. But also your weapons get damaged, so you have to repair them.
That's cool.
So there's
Wait,
also
pay
this
to repair.
you have to pay to repair. Yeah.
That's not cool.
So you are constantly like, okay, well, I can't buy that one because I need this gun, and it does feel very nearly, that whole mobile
Yeah.
game monetization to it.
How many of the single player or the PvE stuff did you play?
There are 6 levels, and they vary in difficulty depending on the day.
How many have you played?
I played 6 levels.
We played all 6.
Yeah.
Are you better off buying Modern Warfare Remastered?
Well, because the issue your brother and I had
Not at all.
with those PvE missions
Yeah.
was we found 2 of them just ridiculous. Like one of them, the helicopter one, we were like,
Yeah.
this is just ridiculous. You're basically given a rocket launcher at the end.
Yeah.
The helicopter basically one hit kills everyone. Mm-hmm. The rocket launcher hasn't got auto aim, and the helicopter never stands still. So the only reason we won it was because where I got the premium stuff, I got extra revive tokens. Otherwise, we would never have finished it. It was just because I could manage to keep reviving myself.
You can get revive tokens by just playing the game. Though.
Yeah.
So you will always get these things.
Yeah, but it was just like
each time you level up.
For example, I had to self revive myself 42 times in that last section just to finish that mission, and it was to the point where we were just laughing. We were like, "This is just ridiculous." Like the other two quit. They were like, "This is just stupid." So
that's going to be where your issue is because the two quit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's difficult. Some of it's difficult. I didn't find that hard.
Did you not?
No. But then again, I'm used to playing the old school ones where you didn't have lock on with your rocket launchers anyway.
Yeah.
So you used to the old days of it. So I didn't mind that. I liked the fact though there was a PvE element to it.
Yeah, it seemed
which is a
good.
nice change to a lot of these games. Will just pump out. Well, there's your multiplayer. Jog on.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like actually here you go. For those of you who are just frustrated with the fact that you suck balls at multiplayer and you're just dying.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I really quite enjoyed Warface. That was good fun. So I played that. I played one that you're going to talk about as well. I always forget it as well. My Memory of Us, which I had no idea Patrick Stewart was the voice. Yeah. So when it started up and Patrick Stewart starts talking, I'm like, well, this is a 10 out of 10 game. Fuck it, I'm not even going to play it. So I'm just going to listen to him talk. I'll let you talk because I haven't played that far into it. I've got to the bookshop and I've collected the book from the attic and he's just started talking about the robots. I literally played a very small amount at the start.
Oh, I finished the game.
So I'll let you jabber on about that one because what I have been playing is Space Hulk Tactics from Cyanide Studios and Focus Home Interactive.
Nice.
Which is the Games Workshop board game, which, little fact for you, I actually helped playtest the original game.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I used to go around a friend's house and play the original game, like a long time ago.
It's you!
It's me!
It's you!
Every time.
The funny thing is, I was literally just thinking to myself, I don't think my phone's on silent.
Every single time.
Oh, fuck off, you cunt.
Yeah, no, when I was younger, a friend of mine, his dad used to work for Games Workshop and was part of the team who made Space Hulk. And my friend invited me round and went, do you want to come round? My dad's making a new game. And I was like, yeah, okay. Sounds weird.
Yep.
Dad makes games. He hasn't got a real job, has he? He's on the dole, isn't he? And we went round and we played Space Hulk, but it was all paper tokens. And it was using... And at that time, your miniatures were made of metal, so the Terminators were chunky goods that you moved across. And Gene says, so I've been playing the new version of Space Hulk.
I was tempted to buy
loads.
it. I was tempted to buy it.
It's great.
Is it good?
It's a turn-based game. It's like
XCOM style turn-based.
It is the board game. But what's great is you can play as the Terminators, or you can play as the Gene Stealers.
Yeah.
Or the Xenos, as they call them, In some of it, they are Gene Stealers, but there are different ones on there. The Xenos, you can play online against each other in skirmishes. Okay. You can make your own maps.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool. I'm busy trying to get hold of all the old maps from the original
one. How does it work? Is it like Snap Map? Or is it...
basically, it's really easy to put together. You plot out where they're going to spawn from, where the doors are going to be, where the locks are, where the Terminators can start, and then you go for it. You can then go online and get new maps.
Cool. Or you can just download them.
You can download them. Creative
maps.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
When did this come out?
Which is pretty
this week.
Sweet. It came
Tuesday.
out this week. Yeah.
Tuesday. It's quite. I think it's quite reasonably priced for what.
How much is it? Because I got a code,
so
I don't know.
It's 30. It's $34.99 for most people, but if you're a PS Plus, it's $31.24 or something. Which I thought for the game that looked like it had a lot of content. Compared to like an XCOM that is 55 quid when it launches. I thought it was quite reasonably priced.
And it's got a campaign which has you follow the story of the Terminators. Right. And then you follow the story of the Gene Stealers. But the Gene Stealer story actually happens, I think, at this moment, I haven't finished the very last one, happens before the Terminator story. Which is really cool because you're playing, you're like, oh, so that's why, and that's why this guy is. Which is really quite nice. But the Xeno story's a lot shorter than the Terminator one. Would be the only thing I say. But then again, as I said, it's the board game.
Yeah.
And I really like the board game.
Yeah. It was the board game that got me into playing a lot more when I was younger. I used to play a lot when I was younger, and like my paper round money, which I used to get paid fortunes for my paper round. I get 24 quid a week. Which is
bad.
I know, because we lived in a village and you had to have a bike, and it used to take like an hour and 20 minutes every morning of just cycling around. But I spend all of my money on my Tyranids. And it was that board game that got me into that. So I'd be interested to maybe check it out.
But yeah, so I've been enjoying that one. That's been really good. Which I should hopefully have a review out next week for.
Cool. Nice.
Depending what happens.
What's going to happen?
Well, who knows? I mean, the way my luck's been recently, something will blow up and die, and I'll be sat there looking at an empty corner of my office going, well, there used to be a monitor there. With my brother texting me, are you going to jump online and play? I can, but I won't be able to see. Fuck all.
Okay, so I have played quite a lot since the last 2 weeks. Right. There's a couple on here that I'm going to fly through quickly that aren't on here, actually. Hyper Parasite. There's a video up online for Hyper Parasite. The reason why I mention this is because it's got a Kickstarter that went live a couple of days ago. I've already backed the game personally because I liked my time in the demo so much. Mm-hmm. Hyper Parasite is a twin stick shooter where you play as a parasite. And the idea is you need to overtake a host's body. By overtaking a host's body, you then pick up their skills, their health, their abilities. So you got like a basketball guy who throws balls at people to kill them. But then his like ult ability is he can like throw a ball around that bounces off lots of stuff and all that. There's a Ghostbuster guy that shoots the cannon. Way too underpowered at the moment because the cannon is such a short range. It's hard to get close to them at all. There's lots of 80s references. Like I looked through the almanac. Let me get my words right.
Why bother?
About the the characters you can get.
Yeah.
And they're literally just movie references, left, right, and centre.
Right.
There's like Terminator in the Back to the Future, and they're literally Ferris Bueller's Big Day Out. Like they're all
Day Out.
Big Day Out.
Big Day Out with Wallace and Gromit.
Big Day Out.
Yeah.
I want to see this. That sounds
Oh,
great.
Gromit! Let's go to New York.
I said Ferris Bueller, and I was like, "Fuck, what's the rest of the title?" So I was like, "Big Day Out." But yeah, no. It's a lot of fun, and what I played and what you can play by if you back the game now, you get access to that demo. It's like pre-alpha. It's so early. They've got 10 playable characters in there, 1 mission and 1 boss. That is it.
Oh, okay.
So it's really, really early, but it gives you an idea. And that's what I say in the video. If you don't want to back it, or you're thinking, oh, I want to see more of this, go check out. There's like a 30-minute video of me playing it. I say this in the video that if this is what they've done, and this is pre-alpha, the potential of this game is amazing. So that's why I backed it. So I like where it could go. Played Maple Story 2, released this week, a free MMO on PC. I got the email about it saying it's coming out. I'd never heard of Maple Story. I was like, cool, whatever. It was only because your brother was like, oh, Maple Story 2. And I was like, what is it? And he was like, it's an anime style where you play these little chibi characters and all that. I was like, I'll give it a go. Played 5 hours last night and just didn't want to get offline. I was like, this is just so much fun. It's stupid. It's relaxing. Do you know what is amazing about it? Complete opposite to Warface. You do not need to spend a penny in that game. The content on offer is like insane. It's as much as a JRPG. I've played 5 hours. Not once did I see a box come up saying about. I don't even know if you can buy currency. I've not had anything to say about buying currency.
Okay, awesome.
Your brother's about 20 hours in on 3 different characters, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know how you'd even do that. I don't know why you'd need to do that. You get so much stuff given to you." We've said
could be late game stuff.
We've said what it might be is it might be end game. Like you might be able to do a dungeon, and then if you want to do it again before it refreshes, But
or to upgrade gear, you need to buy a certain type of crystal
they have to,
or something like that.
Well, the other thing is, so the progression is basically endless, not in terms of level, because you can create your own customized equipment and armor when you're end game, and then sell it on the store, so you can make in-game currency that way.
Yeah, nice.
So you can, it's bonkers, and it's crazy. Like you're going around this weird little kind of. New Dunk City kind of style thing as a little chibi character, and all of a sudden it goes mini game. You click on it and you're like, I was going to this. There was one I didn't play. I played one where you did these weird springs, but your brother played one where it's basically Overcooked meets Argos. Like half your team are in the storefront and the other half in the warehouse. And they're like, we need this, and you have to run around and pick up from the warehouse and come back. But it's like a whole game that's just built in as a mini game. It's just like, this is so
nice.
I like it.
And it's free, and we love free games. So, but yeah, Maple Story 2, I'm enjoying it at the moment. I'm going to play some more of it.
What are you playing it on?
PC. It's only on PC.
I thought so.
Apparently it's been like smashed all their download expectations already. I mean, I don't think we'll be looking at immediate console, but I wouldn't be surprised if this come across console at some point. But it's big. I don't know how. Like it's huge. The world is like inside. I zoomed out the map. I was like, I thought Assassin's Creed Origins was big. This is like 20 times the size of that. Like, this is fucking massive. Dark Side Detective.
Yeah.
I finally got to play it. I went away on a trip last week. Everyone fell asleep at like 9 o'clock, and I went to the bar. I ordered a pint of beer. I had my Switch with me. I was like, I'm going to sink some time in Dark Side Detective. I sat there for 2.5 hours and got through not all the cases, because I got really fucking stuck on one. But I played... There's 8 cases. I played 5 cases.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it. Like, it's
It's
so
really good, isn't it?
God,
It's so good. Like, there's just so many. I was literally wetting myself, like laughing out loud from the start. Like when you first meet the dad.
Oh,
he's
yes.
like, yeah, she's fucking socially. Oh, he didn't swear. He's like, she's socially awkward, and he's like, she's 9. Like, and you're just like, he's just there. And was he Dooley, the officer?
Oh yeah.
Officer Dooley. He was like. The detective guy you're playing as, McQueen. Is it McQueen?
I want to say McQueen.
Yeah, but he's
I don't
like,
remember names.
he's like, oh my god, there's like this strange, crazy portal here, and everything like that. And the dude goes like, it's just a doorway. Like, he just bats everything down. It's just crazy. Yeah, like, oh, isn't that? I don't want to go into a spoiler actually, but he says something about a character that turns out to be a, and he's like, oh, she's such a nice woman, and you had like the most worst conversation ever with her, and he's like, she's so nice. It's just, it is like stupid 80s movie comedy in a game. Like that kind of on the nose comedy that people like younger generation now wouldn't find funny, I think. They'd be like, this is...
I think they're going to miss a lot of the references.
But
it's going to be the hard bit.
I got the schooner straight away.
The what? Oh, the schooner
boat,
one, yeah.
As soon as you click on the picture of the boat, it's a sailing boat, it's a schooner.
It's a schooner.
More
rats.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, Dark Side Detective, and we're going to go on some news later on about Dark Side Detective Season 2. But Dark Side Detective, if you've got a Switch or a PC, I fully recommend it. It's so
definitely.
much fun. I had so much fun playing it.
I actually played it again as well, which is...
Oh, really?
Well, I started playing it again.
I remember you
I've
saying,
done
actually,
the first 2 cases, but then I haven't been back because I've been playing... Oh, I've been playing Arena of Valor as well.
Yeah, so I played a bit more of that.
Yeah.
The only reason I haven't gone back to Dark Side Detective is because we got the code through for a game I'm going to talk about after the next one. So I'm now going to speak about My Memory of Us.
Yeah.
My Memory of Us, again a video now, the first 15 minutes of gameplay.
I don't know what this is.
So it's a black and white, very Schindler's List in terms of black and white.
And red.
Contrasting red popping out, and then it's set in like a wartime where you play as 2 kids.
Okay.
And as you go through, there's like a war happening with robots. I don't want to go too far into it because there's lots of twists. After about 45
I
minutes,
expect that to come out.
the game's like twist after twist after twist after twist.
Okay.
There's effectively a robot army. So there's a
He's just gonna tell
I
me
think
what
you're
the twist.
missing the first bit. The first bit is a little girl finds a bookstore with an old man in it.
yeah, yeah.
And the old man finds a photograph in a book she finds in the attic, and he decides to tell her a story. But the only stories she likes are ones with armies and robots in.
Yeah.
So he tells her a story with armies and robots in,
And you're
then
playing.
you go into
Yeah.
this
Do you know
world.
what? I completely forgot that even happened because the game's about 3.5 hours. So I forgot he's completely right. But so when you get going, there's a king, maybe someone who's in charge of the city, and
I'd say a man, personally, but...
he goes, he kind of goes a bit crazy, and he separates the city. He sends in these Nazi style robots, and
Good Nazi.
there's kind of refuge kind of camps going on. And
Refuge.
Are you
You
saying
mean
refuge or concentration?
No, I think
refugee
he means
camps.
refugee.
Refugee camps.
Not
Okay, right.
refuge as in rubbish.
Yeah, there is rubbish in the game.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Well, I can
Refugee
see how you
camps.
got confused.
Refugee camps in the game, and effectively you're going through the story. The boy can sneak, and he picks up this mirror that means he can blind people or use light to go and solve puzzles. The girl can run, and she can use a catapult. That's effectively. There are other little ones that come out along the way, but they're the main things they have, and you have to switch between the two to kind of solve puzzles. The first hour and a half, I was like, do you know what, this is really nice. And then it's just same puzzle after same puzzle.
I did get the feeling in the very small amount of time I played that it was going to become repetitive quick with the puzzles, because they've made it kind of easy.
Well, yeah, and
Because the things you've got to look for are red.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
you
you instantly see them in a black and white world.
There was
so-
one part about an hour, 45 minutes, an hour in, where you have to make these phone calls. And that was a little bit, I was like, you kind of had to use math to kind of work out the numbers.
I'm out.
And I was like, okay, I have to do something here. And then it clicked. I was like, okay, that's the only puzzle in the whole game. But most of the time it goes down to one of them gets captured, one of them gets put away, you have to then get the person out.
Yeah.
It's perfectly okay. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little puzzle game. It's got quite nice visuals to it. It's like I said, it's got Patrick Stewart.
It's got Patrick Stewart in, so it's well worth just
The
to listen
actual
to. Yeah.
It does a good job of constantly going back to as if it's the old guy reading the story.
Right.
So
when you die, does he go? No, that's not how it goes. Like in Prince of Persia.
Oh, that would be good.
Oh, damn it.
I like that in Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I used to like
But
that.
no,
As well. No, I'm misremembering that.
you always feel like you're playing a story because, like I said, the issue I find with so many puzzle games is the fact that where you get stuck on puzzles or you spend time doing puzzles, when it goes to a story, you're like, oh yeah, there's a story going on. I completely forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this is constantly like, at the end of every chapter, oh, this is a little cutscene or a little animated scene, and this is a story, and this is what's happening here and here, and it's nice. It's nice. If I had to stick a number on it, you're probably looking at like between a 6 and a 6.5. Yeah.
Worth playing then.
Yeah, it's like it's a good puzzle game. It's just not a great puzzle game. I think people who don't play games a lot find it a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
But when you play puzzle games quite a lot, you're just like, well, I know exactly what you're going to do here.
I've done this puzzle a million times.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it was perfectly nice. And we will wrap things up now with Sinner: Sacrifice for Redemption.
Yeah, it was shit. Lewis hated it. He was
well,
just like, what's this crap? He
full
tried
review.
playing it, it was broken.
Full review is going live Tuesday morning. I'm allowed to speak about everything, but the final boss.
Because you haven't got there.
Yeah, but even if I had got there, the only restriction is I can't speak about the final boss. So, quick context of the game: you play as someone called Adam, a lost wandering soldier. Adam, yeah, maybe our patron. And you're seeking redemption. You don't know what for.
Is there some kind of sacrifice for this redemption?
Yes, there is.
Oh.
Did you commit sins before you do this sacrifice?
That's what you don't know. Ooh. That's what you kind of find out as you go along.
Intriguing.
So you have to go to these tomes, and you have to
Tomes.
That's what I call them.
That's a big book.
Yeah, they're like these rocks with runes on them. I'm sure I've seen them called tomes before.
Oh, okay.
What would you call them? You saw what they were like, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw what they're like. I don't know what I would call them.
We go with tomes.
We'll go with tomes. I apologise for this.
Runes.
Runes, probably runes is better.
Runes,
Probably
yeah.
runes is better. But tomes, you go to these tomes, and
And you're like, oh, that's how to speak that
and
language.
what you have to do is you have to give a sacrifice. Now each boss has a different sacrifice. So, for example, and it doesn't randomise. It's the same boss has the same sacrifice, and it's for a reason. Now I'll reference Envy here. Fuck, 'cause I fucking hate Envy. Like, I'm not kidding.
Name.
She was
That's
the woman, the spinning woman that we played at
Oh, yeah, I
EGX
remember her.
Rest.
Yeah, lovely lady.
Yep. Don't worry, there's two of them.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
cool.
because they switch between themselves. One's like spiteful and calls out lightning and thunder, and the other one's all like golden and happy. Well, I say happy. She's fucking
Happy to kill you.
carrying a head.
Yeah.
But then don't worry. Halfway through the fight, they just fucking go, "Do you know what? Out you come, love." And they both are there, and you're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, it took me an hour to get to that point of the fight, and then I was like, "I'm going home."
That's great.
I'm at home already, but I'm
love
going home. But no, so
What a punch to the nuts.
for example, the sacrifice you had to make to her was you had to half all of your resources. Now your resources are grenades, healing
That
things.
seems really out of place, grenades.
Well, they're like these.
They do fuck all
Yeah, they
damage.
do.
I just watched him play.
They do
and
slow
it's not
burn
that they
damage
do
if you keep
nothing.
them in one place, but we're not much at all. Spears, which don't do a lot individual damage, but stack them up, they can do quite substantial damage. And you get this thing that you kind of light your sword up and it goes on fire and you attack. But when you go to Envy, you have to sacrifice all of your sparky thingies to light your sword up. You sacrifice half your spears and you sacrifice half your grenades, but you still get your heal potion. Mm-hmm. The reason is because you could just stand back and throw the spears at her. So it's very well thought out, the sacrifices you have to make that fight harder.
Yeah.
Now, when you kill a boss and you claim your redemption,
Yeah.
you get buffs You don't get the buffs back that you sacrificed though. So there's like an order, I'm sure, to doing it that you do get them back because you effectively get back a sacrifice you gave somewhere else.
Right.
But so at the moment I've got quite large health, but that means fuck all in that game because they hit so hard.
Don't get hit.
But no, so
I've been watching him fight. Who would you be fighting? This woman in a white dress.
yeah,
And she kills him 3
I don't know
hits.
what sin she is.
And
Her
he
name's
runs up, she runs at
Channel.
him
Yeah.
and just slaughters him. And he's just there going, I don't know what the fuck to do
So,
with this.
yeah. So okay, I'm going to be straight now. I love the game and hate the game. I love it because it's a Souls-like boss rush game that works.
Right.
And that's the hardest thing to do with a Souls-like game.
Yeah.
And the reason I hate it is because when you die, the only person you can turn around and blame is you. And I want to blame the game. I want to be like, fucking stupid game, like fucking 1 out of 10. But I can't because it's me. I'm the one messing up.
You son of a bitch!
Now, what they've made really hard with it is you have your shield like Dark Souls, and you have an evasive roll like Bloodborne. Okay. Shield only blocks direct attacks, so anything sweeping from the side doesn't block. Unlike Dark Souls, so you can't just stand over shield, otherwise you get mullered. Yeah. Enemies also combo. So if they open you up, they will go into a combo. So they don't just go. And that's what I'm saying.
Break the combo.
They're not scripted. They're not like this attack followed by this attack followed by this attack. They completely random attack. So you have to learn animations. You have to be willing to go in and spend about an hour dying to learn. Okay, when the sword goes back at that angle, I know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Just to make it even harder, the roll doesn't have any iframes. So, for example,
Which is what again?
When
so
you're invincible.
Okay.
So Bloodborne, if an attack come from this way, you could dive through the attack to get behind them because you had the iframes on the startup. Not in this. You have to dive away from the attack, or the hitboxes are that good that on the big guys you can dive under their arms. You can't dive. And what I've actually found is sometimes diving isn't the best. Getting close to them and sidestepping around, if you lock on and sidestep, is a lot more effective because you don't use stamina and you're keeping a lot closer to them. So you've got 3 defensive or like maneuverability evasive, things that you can do, and it's effectively juggling between those while switching between your short attack, quick attacking sword that does less damage and your beastly anime over the top size wavy sword that does a lot of damage, or more damage, not a lot of damage, and your spear throwing does while dodging. Every boss has environmental hazards going on as well, while trying to work out their attacks. Mate, the game is savage.
God damn.
It is savage. I've killed 5 bosses out of the 7.
Well done.
The 2 I'm left on, I don't want to do. Dan was here when I was one of them's Gluttony, the guy with the tongue.
Oh, my mate, I remember him, yeah.
So I got the furthest I got when Dan was here, and I was like, oh my god, I got him past halfway. And then he done a completely new attack that I'd never seen before, where he jumps on the floor, he rolls at me, and I lost half my health. And I was like, why do I play video games? Like, I'm not kidding, Envy, no word of a lie, it took me 3 hours.
Fuck me.
I know it was 3 hours because I had the Elgato running for the whole time. When I killed her last night, after 3 hours of playing her straight,
How good did you feel?
I wanted to cry. I felt like I had come reborn. I felt like I had got redemption. Like, I was just like,
there you go.
oh god. Now, I'm sure there's players out there who are going to go there and they're going to be like, oh, it's not that hard. There's players that are going to be good at whatever.
They're just pricks.
Yeah, they're going to be lying. They're going to be lying because now. Put into context, Cuphead, for example. Cuphead's probably the last game that came out that everyone was like, it's fucking so hard.
Yeah.
I thought Cuphead was challenging. I didn't find Cuphead gruelingly
casual
hard.
Game, I think.
Like,
especially hard.
I think 7 or 8 hours of the game when I'd finished it. Like, it was, I quite enjoyed it actually, but it wasn't. The run and gun missions were bullshit, but the actual boss rush missions were quite nice. This makes Cuphead look like fucking child's play, I think. But it is very Souls-like.
Yeah.
I'm going to be... Oh, doesn't matter for you guys anyway. I'm going to be streaming it Saturday morning.
Yeah.
For a couple of hours. So, if you watch the stream, hey, thanks. If you didn't, then what was you doing?
I didn't know it was on.
Yeah, true.
Really
I'll be tweeting about it anyway. So, follow me.
No one follows you.
No one does.
Actually, no one follows Tom.
Not
How
follows
many you
Tom.
got now, Tom?
Let's
tweet.
find out. I don't know. I haven't been on there in a while.
But no, so I'll wrap it up there of what I played. But Sinner, Sacrifice for Redemption is at the moment it's brilliant for the selected audience.
Yeah.
It is very much a case of you wouldn't enjoy it.
I wouldn't enjoy it.
I don't think Tom would enjoy it because he can't play video games anyway.
Yeah, it'd be a bit hard for Tom.
I know I would be awful at it, but I'd like it, and I would never play more than an hour.
Yeah.
It's
one of those games you go, you know, I really like that. I'm not going to finish it.
Yeah, no, it's way too
hard. I
hard.
actually really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that it's a good game.
Cool.
But
I can appreciate
I'd like to
it, but I
watch
wouldn't
someone
play it.
who's really good at it. You know, I'd like
So
to.
not Lewis.
Oh no, not Lewis. Not
me.
But someone who's genuinely amazing at it. I'd love to watch that because I think it'd be really satisfying to see.
Yeah.
I have 36 followers at the moment.
Hey!
Not it?
Last time I checked, you had 32.
Really?
True, I checked like a year ago.
Well, 6 in a year.
Considering someone who doesn't tweet.
Yeah.
I tweeted once. I tweeted the word no to a friend a little while ago.
But yeah, so that is going to wrap up everything I have played this week. Should we go on to some news?
Let's do the news. Hey, there he goes.
Not loads of news this week, only 4 pieces. So we'll rattle through them to get onto the main topic. And as always, this news is available, if you haven't seen it already, in a short, condensed little segment. So if you can't catch up the podcast, go check that out. It normally goes live on Saturday evenings. And it's literally a 3-minute video where I take you through all this week's indie game news. It's pretty much what it says it is. This week's top indie game news.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Up first, Dark Side Detective, a game we spoke about earlier. Season 2 has been on Kickstarter all month. It's just finished its campaign and it finished with 112% funding. So it was fully funded and it hit its first stretch goal, meaning it's going to get an additional case at launch.
Congrats.
So congrats completely to Spooky Doorway. And
that's a great name, isn't it?
Just sounds like a grandma's vagina.
Just imagine like Twilight Zone will be like, you're about to enter
To the spooky
doorway.
Hello, dear. Would you like a Werther's?
Grandma, no!
oh god.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Dark Side Detective.
Part 1 is by part 1 I don't know if they mean case 1 or like 2 cases or whatever, but part 1 is coming in 2019. That's all we know about it. But yeah, no, congrats again to Spooky Doorway, and we look forward to playing more of it. Yeah, the game deserves another season because it was a lot of fun.
Oh god,
so far.
Yeah, bring it to PS4, please.
Next bit of news, amazing news. I can't wait for it. Stardew Valley, probably indie game of the year.
Mediocre news.
Which means it can feature in this year's indie game of the year.
Trust me, it won't get it.
Yeah,
it will get mobile game.
It'll get your vote.
It'll get mobile game of the year.
Do we have a mobile game of the year section?
New category.
New category.
Alright, well, I'll look for a
There's
much
one
better-
nominee.
I'm going to look for a new mobile game.
There's one nominee.
That's
That's how it works, mate.
I'm going to boycott this nomination.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley. Probably one of the best indie games to ever release. It's coming to iOS on the 24th of October. I personally can't wait. I'm interested to see, because the multiplayer is now live on PC, not live on consoles yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to bring multiplayer to the mobile one in the future.
It'll have to come to console first before it goes to mobile, and then you've got how do you deal with it on mobile.
I'm really interested as well to see how they integrate it, because those screens, like when you're even on the Switch, sometimes I found the Switch screen too small to get everything on there.
Yeah.
Especially if you get like 4 or 5 years into the game and your crop patches get fucking huge. Don't get me wrong, the touchscreen actually made it easier on the Switch because I could just tap the crops. Whereas on PlayStation, I was using a D-pad to move the little thingy, not D-pad, analog stick. But having a mobile, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Maybe the zoom might be.
I think
you
can have a zoom feature. I think it will work. I think it will work on the mobile.
Well, fine.
Am I thrilled about the idea?
We're getting keys in a couple of days, actually. Keys coming this week, and so giveaway time. We love a giveaway.
We do love a giveaway.
We do love a giveaway.
We just never get to do it often.
All you need to do is comment on this video, literally saying Stardew Valley. It's all you need to say, because it means I've seen that you've got this far into the video, and you comment Stardew Valley. Because otherwise, people will go down there and go, they're probably asking what their favourite indie game is. So that way, you actually go down there and you write Stardew Valley. Everyone who comments Stardew Valley. iOS codes are not region locked, so even if you're in America, if you're in
But it is iOS, so
Japan,
it's only for Apple users.
It's only out. It's not coming to Android yet. Probably won't ever come to Android because they're Android.
Okay.
Fortnite's coming to Android.
Its beta's just started.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Give it time. Stardew might make it.
Might do. But yeah, comment below Stardew Valley, and I will, as soon as I get the keys in, I'll choose a winner. I'll contact you through YouTube and either through, I'll try and find your Twitter or something. Contact you to try and find an actual secure place to send you your key. But yep, Stardew Valley. Comment below if you want to play it on mobile. Mother Gunship is a game I know you want to play.
I do want to play it.
You've played some of it?
I've played, yeah.
Yep. Mother Gunship has got a huge update called Name Engineers. It is genuinely massive. It's not available yet on consoles, but it brings a completely new game mode, a new arcade game mode. It brings a new story campaign. It brings a new ship type, and it brings a ton of bug fixes. And when I say a ton, I clicked on the bug fixes. We're talking like 2 scrolls down. Bugs I didn't even know we were in the game from playing it. I was like, oh, does that need fixing? But apparently it does. Yeah, it's not available yet on consoles, but it's coming very soon to consoles. It's live on PC now. I jumped onto Steam to see the comments, and people were loving it.
Yeah.
Like,
Awesome.
It's free content, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you can't really say no to free content.
All this shit's getting added.
Yep.
And I haven't even seen the vanilla version.
Have you not? A shame, isn't it? Shame.
Yeah. It's a shame.
And the last bit of news this
I'm
week.
fine with it.
Yeah.
Well,
The last bit of news
I'll
this
ask you
week.
to
No, but they don't have to. That's how this show
Is
works.
a new game
unfortunately.
is a new game announcement in the form of Observation. It's been developed by No Code and published by Devolver Digital. It's trailer you're going to see up there because you won't hear the sound of the trailer.
Unless you're listening
Will-
to this.
No, you won't hear the sound of the trailer.
No, so you can't see it though.
Oh yeah, sorry. But if you're
That's a
watching
very good
this,
point.
yeah, if you're watching this, then the trailer is. It looks very similar to about every other game you've seen recently, isn't it? About and
Oh, in a
It's the
space,
station.
Space station.
Yeah, it's all a bit spooky. Saying it's gone wrong.
Ooh.
You weren't there for what's gone wrong. You
well,
were
the
there
big
to work out
the
what
big
happened.
twist is well, it's not a big twist, but the
Well,
twist
it's-
on the gameplay is that you play as Sam or SAM, which is the ship's AI, and to piece together what happened to Dr. Emma Fisher and her space station crew. You need to play through video clips. You need to switch between cameras in real time to see what's going on with it and record stuff apparently. And you need to go through data entry. So similar to Tacoma.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Do you know Tacoma? You used the integrated AR system, didn't you?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
yeah,
probably
yeah.
similar to that,
To-
but it's
to
actual
replay video.
real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you go on.
I was gonna say it's Five Nights at Freddy's, isn't it?
That's what we both said when
Yeah.
we saw it. It was
That's
very much.
that's where I thought you were going when you were leading up to
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
No.
but it's because you're looking at live video feeds to try and there's one
Figure out what's going on. As the AI, I'm guessing you're going to be able to control the airlocks, bits like that, move things
things
around.
doors,
Yeah.
lights, what do you call it? Yeah, the life support.
Yeah.
And
Shut
the
down.
peril clearly comes from there's one person alive in the ship.
Yeah, and you've probably got to keep them alive or kill them.
Nah.
Depending how you play the game.
So-
Sam's a good guy.
You get them to the airlock,
Did you hear
you
his
open it up,
voice? He had
off you go.
he had that nice soothing voice.
Do you not remember Hal?
Yeah, Hal's
Yeah,
alright,
Dave.
wasn't
I
Help.
I
Would you like tea?
two things that two things that's got me potentially excited for the game. I say potentially because I need to know more of it. Is the game looks, although it says thriller, very horror inspired.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Which
That's how
and
I
as I was saying to
describe
Dan, I can't think of a decent horror game set on a space station for a long time, which is weird because it seems a perfect setting for it. Soma
Yeah.
tried, it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Alien Isolation was okay for like the first 3 hours, and then just got a bit boring and wasn't scary. So I'm all for having, if it goes down to more of a horror dark.
If it leans into it,
Route.
sure, yeah. I think a lot of them don't though. They keep the atmosphere of being
Yeah.
like because it's a spooky situation, isn't it? Being it's space.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
not gonna you scream, and you know you're all alone.
Yeah.
It's quite scary. So I think they just lean into that.
I'd like the
a bit
idea
more
of
most
them
games.
as well actually allowing you to do what you want as the AI. So if you feel like you, so let's say for example, I don't know if this is completely hypothesizing.
It's Night Trap.
Do you reckon they'll have the shower scene? Uh-oh, here come the crooks. Open
reason,
the secret door.
I just remembered Night Trap, and yeah, and Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of a Night
Five
Trap.
Nights at Freddy's
Yeah.
is Night Trap, yeah.
Never made that connection.
But do you reckon they'll do the so let's say again hypothesizing. Let's say that you suspect that someone on your crew is dangerous. Yes. But you could lock them off and like kill them off as the AI, like you said, shut the door. Do you reckon they'll let you do that open-ended, or do you reckon it'll be a linear basis?
I reckon we're looking at a very linear.
More like Night Trap. I think it's going to be extremely. You have to do the exact right thing at the exact right time.
Do you think?
Yeah.
So I don't think
there'll be more leeway
for one reason.
Night Trap.
Go on.
The fact that Devolver Digital got a name to it, they only normally put a name to stuff that's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, this is a little bit different, really. It's not, I know, but think of another game that's literally the same.
Well, I mean, you said it yourself. Can you name another horror game that's set on a spaceship that works?
Not for a long time, no.
So, and Five Nights at Freddy works because it's a linear game where you're doing the same things. And it's kind of that mixture of the monotony of doing something, getting set in a routine, and then something jarring it that causes them. You know, Paranormal Activity was a scary movie because nothing happened for ages, and then bits happened. You know, that's how you make.
I find it really boring.
Then just fucking kill someone. Where's this ghost? I paid 17 quid to get in this cinema.
I came here for a ghost.
But yeah, no, that wraps up this week's indie game news, guys. That's it. So we're going to go on to our main topic now.
Before we go to the main topic, can we talk about the Steel Rats and the comment we had on Steel Rats?
Yes, of course we can. Greg Kilby commented on the news video last week. So Greg Kilby, he watches most weeks. Hopefully, if you're watching, just say hi below so we know you're watching.
Yep.
Commented saying, because we mentioned that Steel Rats got a release date.
Right.
For the 7th of November. And he commented on there saying, reference to Steel Rats, and asking Dan that if he, as soon as he saw gameplay of the Steel Rats on the news video, he instantly thought of an old school ZX Spectrum game called Wheelie.
Yeah.
Now as soon as Lewis had said that, I was like, oh, I hadn't thought of that when I saw the game.
But suddenly it was like,
oh my god. Yes, it does. It is very much like Wheelie on the ZX Spectrum. I did also then have to check on YouTube. I was thinking of the right game.
Yeah.
Because there are so many games you then check up. I was right, which is lucky.
I'm assuming it's playing up here.
Wheelie?
What, Wheelie? Or
sure.
I'll tell you what, I'll play Steel Rats and then I'll play Wheelie.
Yeah, do a side by side.
Obviously, graphically, completely different. But the game is still the
Well, Wheelie's got more stunts in it. I'm not kidding. That was the only thing we were down on, and I said in the news video last week that we were very mixed on the idea of playing Steel Rats, purely because I think, well, we all went there the same reason, that we was told it was like, the guys were like, oh, it's like Trials with combat, and you're like, sweet.
I was just bored.
I didn't do a single.
Well, I think that's the problem
backflip.
we all came out with was.
So look, you can drive up a wall.
There was a lot of like being. Controllers being taken off me.
Yes,
and like,
I had that many times. And I was like, they'd take the controller off me.
You can do this.
Yeah,
and then they're playing. You're like, can I have a go?
Can I do that?
Yeah, it's like fucking hell. Like, can I play the game? That's
pretty sure I'd figure that out.
Yeah.
But no. So Greg Kilby, as always, thank you for commenting.
And good Spectrum knowledge.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know fuck all about the Spectrum. Tom is on the Spectrum, so there you go. That's his reference.
Yeah. That's how a Spectrum works.
Yeah.
Should we go into the main topic?
Let's do the main topic.
Let's do the main topic.
There should be a theme tune here, I think. We should get a theme tune going.
Okay, so this week's main topic is going to be based around, and it's purely come from the fact that I haven't really checked out Xbox Game Pass. I hadn't given it a full chance. I'd done my 14-day free trial to try Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
And then I cancelled my card being on there because I didn't want any money to go out. And I've not gone back to it. And I keep seeing loads of stuff about PlayStation Now, about how it's now you can download games, so it's not streamed anymore and things like that.
Not all games.
So, not all games, no. Yeah. So, but I've recently been looking around a lot on Game Pass, purely because Thoughts Horizon 4 released. Yeah. And I'll talk about that game in the Not So Indie show in like another 2 or 3 weeks' time. But just when I downloaded that, I was waiting for it to download. I was like, oh my god, is that game on there? And it got me looking. And I was genuinely blown away by one, the cost. I thought Game Pass was £10 a month. It's not, it's $7.99 a month. I know it's only £2 difference, but it's
still
over the course of a year, that's 24 quid.
That's like Netflix price.
Yeah. And the games on there were genuinely blowing me. Like Onrush was on there. Like nice. the band, not Bandai, the publishers, the big ones that done loads of racing games and they disappeared. Codemasters.
Codemasters.
Codemasters, new like arcade racing game, which we were very mixed on after beta, only released 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Was it
could
that
be.
recently?
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
plummeted in price.
And it's on
Really?
there. It's
Yeah,
on there
yeah,
for free, and it's not even it's not an Xbox first party. There's like lots of games on there that I was like, fucking hell, really? This game's on there? Like, wow. Obviously, you're blown away still the fact that the Xbox first party games are there anyway.
Yeah.
Like Halo 5 sat there for free, and all, well, it's not free, obviously, your month's payment. It got me thinking, what's PlayStation Now like then? Like, that must have PlayStation games on there. You'd expect that. So I went over there. Personally, I was really disappointed.
Right.
And it got me thinking about indie game wise. Because you buy one indie game now, it's £8 a month. But is it cheaper to pay, you pay one indie game a month, £8 a month? Is it cheaper to pay for a monthly fee and have access to, I counted them up, I've literally gone through both lists.
Wow.
I counted every single one. Xbox Game Pass currently has 23 indie games on there.
Yeah.
PlayStation Now has 21 indie games on there.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, it's actually 22 because I put one game twice because I'm an idiot. Now, the number I got next to it, and this is what blew me away.
Yeah.
Xbox, this took me a little while to research. Xbox, 4 of the 22 games available,
Yeah.
only 4 of them have ever been given away as a games with gold.
Right.
So
okay.
players already have them.
Yeah.
They don't have so even by buying into it, they'd still have them on their heart. Most players will have them.
Yeah.
PlayStation, 14 of the 21 indie games on offer have been given away as a PS Plus game.
So most people already have them, so you're not really getting anything.
And the
for your money
games
then.
that haven't been given away are mostly PS3 games.
What?
So like Brother, A Tale of Two Sons is a very old PlayStation 3
Oh,
game.
right, okay, yeah.
Yeah. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, well, that was a very early PlayStation 4 game. Ollie Ollie was a PlayStation 3 game. I mean, that was given away Broken Age. Actually came out on PlayStation 3. Yeah. And I was genuinely disappointed the fact that PlayStation is £2 more expensive a month.
Yeah.
AAA wise, absolutely fuck all worth playing on there.
Right.
Like, probably the best games you got on there are the Uncharted trilogy.
Yeah. That's what's on there.
That's it. You can buy that for £20
Yeah.
for all 3 games.
Right.
So
Remastered as well.
Bioshock trilogy's on there, but you can buy the Bioshock remastered thing for about £15 now in town.
Yeah.
Really. So basically, I was wanting to talk about one, what's better,
Right.
and 2, is this a good way for people to catch you on indie games? If people are like, I want to play some indie games.
Well, obviously on PS4, no.
Yeah.
From what you've
I would
just said,
say
I haven't
not
been
the
down
case,
there.
yeah.
I do also know there are a couple of games on Xbox that I've wanted to play for a while and haven't had a chance to. So one of them for me is Avon Colony.
Yeah.
Colony. And then tongue got caught there. And that's a massive game. You're going to be putting serious hours into that.
Do you know what that is? It's like a Sim City style
Yeah.
colony building game.
Yeah, like an RTS type
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, Graveyard Keeper I've downloaded because I wanted to play that when it first came out.
Yeah.
I just didn't have time. But now I'm paying the $7.99 a month. I'm like, I fucking download it. So I downloaded Graveyard Keeper, which is effectively Stardew Valley, but in a graveyard. And you have to basically sim and keep up and manage a graveyard.
Yeah.
But to make money in space, you have to like go, I'm just going to bury this person on top of this person and hope no one finds out about it because I haven't got much money now and I can't afford to dig a new hole. So it's kind of about being really weird.
Nice.
And apparently it's really funny and quite dark humour with it. But I've downloaded that. Vermintide 2
Vermintide 2, yeah.
is, did you play it at Resd?
No, I didn't.
So these are all Xbox Game Pass games we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Ruiner is a really cool,
Yeah.
hardcore 80s style cyberpunk shooter.
Yep.
Top-down shooter. Abzu.
Robocraft
that's it.
Infinity. I mean, that's a hell of a popular game
Yeah.
that's just sitting there for you free.
Bomber Crew.
Yes.
Only actually released about 3 months ago on thingy. Next Up Hero is a game that is still in early access on PC.
Oh, is it?
And it's on Game Preview, is that what they call it?
That's Game
Game
Preview,
Preview
yeah.
on Xbox. Yeah.
I'm struggling to see what we're supposed to be debating here.
Yeah.
mate.
There's nothing
Because
to really
it sounds
discuss.
very much like the
Okay.
Game Pass is far better.
Let
than
me
the-
reframe my question.
Okay.
Clearly, Xbox wins this. Yeah.
I agree.
I think
How much? Sorry. So PS4 is $9.99,
$9.99 a month.
and that's
and
$7.99.
you get 1 week
But I
free
can also
trial.
play Forza with that one.
Yep. So you get 1 week free
You
trial.
get 2 weeks free trial with.
2 week free trial with Game Pass.
Yeah.
You get, it's £2 cheaper on Game Pass. Game Pass, you also get your Halo 5, your Gears of War 4, your State of Decay 2, your Sea of Thieves, your Thoughts of Horizon 4, and whatever else comes when it releases.
Did
Crackdown
you find
3.
out if you needed to have Xbox Live to have Games Pass?
It's a funny one. On Xbox, yes. But if you have a Windows PC, you can have Game Pass without Xbox Live.
Oh, right,
Okay.
So I didn't even know you could get Game Pass on PC.
Neither did I.
But every game on Game Pass is available to be played on PC through Microsoft. Which is
That's part of them trying to join the whole two systems together.
Yeah.
I thought they'd give up on that. But
so, okay then. Do we think, would you recommend the $7.99 a month to people to go and play indie games?
Yeah.
It's a difficult one because Xbox Live isn't really worth it.
Right. I suppose you're paying 2 fees.
And that's what you've got to think about in the end. You're paying is PS Now worth it? No. I wouldn't buy that. But
again,
I've got, as you said, I've got 14 of those games for free already.
to play PS Now, you need PS Plus as well. So
Yeah.
But both the same, yeah.
Yeah, so no, I wouldn't buy. But my other thing is I'd have to buy the 2 for that. But then I'm getting Forza and I'm getting all of these games. And you know that ID at Xbox do a hell of a lot of stuff to push out new indie games sooner. And yeah.
Well, sorry, you go first.
I was going to say, but you obviously pointed out here that PlayStation's had these games that are on PlayStation Now have been out as PS Plus games.
Yeah.
But does that just mean the PlayStation put more indie games as their free games every month? So
what's the point of this?
And
Because
that's
you're going to get them.
Which you could flip.
You're getting 1 fee, and you're going to get games anyway.
Yeah, because
You
we
don't
get
need to
indie
get it
games
now.
every
You
month.
are guaranteed every month to have pretty much normally a
Two or
pretty
three.
decent
Yeah.
indie game, if not more. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas Xbox,
I mean, because we had Absolver recently, didn't we?
yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
Xbox's free games I find questionable sometimes. I don't think they're that good.
No. No, but a lot of the times the Xbox games aren't really worth it, and unless you're playing a lot of online stuff on Xbox, which, to be honest, the community and the players at the moment are on PlayStation, you're not going to be.
Well,
Which is why I stopped my Xbox Live. There was no point.
I still pay Xbox Live, and I hadn't used it all year until Thoughts, and I've now got about 15 hours on Thoughts in the last 2 weeks. And that's again, that's a conversation for a whole other time. But the game's incredible. But it has to the point now where people obviously on camera can't see this, but my Xbox used to be up here as part of my other entertainment stuff. My Xbox is now my casual console downstairs. But on the big nice TV, I sometimes just want to sit down and play games for fun.
Yeah.
And because I've got all of these now, as well as whatever Xbox decides to release in the future, I'm like, that's going to just chill out down there. Like, I'm just going to keep it down there. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to get an Xbox One X because Thoughts are in it.
I have seen some screenshots that are gorgeous.
Oh, like the game looks amazing as it is.
Right. Stop jizzing over Forza.
Sorry,
that's not what this show's about.
Okay.
Right, let's go back to this.
Yep.
So, would you? I think it all depends where you come from. If you've got an Xbox, then yeah, go for it. But is it worth buying the Xbox and going that way for it? No, just take your free get. Don't go PS
just
Now.
get PS Plus.
Get PS Plus and accept the free indie games as they come along.
If you have the choice.
Yeah. I do agree with you there. If you do have an Xbox though, and this is coming from someone who's had an Xbox for 2 years, about 2 years. I wasn't like you. I wasn't day one on the scene.
I was day one.
Yeah, I got a bit later.
Yeah.
So I've had about 2 years. I like perfect example. My trophy score was like 2,700, which is shite, like tiny over 2 years. That's how little I played Xbox, considering how many games I play each week. This has genuinely made me go, fucking hell. I've just gone through and I've downloaded probably like 15 games off the Game Pass because I'm like, whoa. And I now actually go, I'm going to play this now when I get in. Yeah. I can just delete it because it's just like, I can give it a go now.
You're not hugely committed.
I've looked at the future of this as well. You've got Children of Morta coming along, and that's going at launch, going on here. Yeah. Played it at Res, loved the game. Descenders, the downhill mountain biking game, that's going on there next month.
Cool.
And there was another idea Xbox game. Oh, the thingy. We played it at Res, the Fun Run Marathon.
Oh, Nippon Marathon.
That's it, Nippon Marathon. That's going on there as well next month.
Well, I've just changed my whole mind. Yeah, Xbox Live, buy it and get Game
If you've got friends over.
Does it come with our mate from Res? Does he
oh my god,
the crazy guy
offering Pringles.
But we laugh at it. If you've got friends, it's just
it's mental. It's good fun, yeah.
Yeah, because you like that's you could give it to M, couldn't you? And say
Easily,
you just got to run and jump. That is all you got to do.
Good luck with that. Let's see how far we
Great
get.
party
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, one last question then.
It was too easy, this wasn't it?
Yeah, this was
Go on, sling us another question.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Is that the future of gaming on Xbox?
Oh, you were talking about this just before the podcast.
No.
Well, have you heard about what Xbox plans are?
Have you heard about Project X?
Oh, we're going to liquidate the whole thing. I don't know.
Have you heard about Project X? So I'll share now. Get the juices flowing. Get the excitement going. The next Not So Indie show.
Yeah.
The big main topic is basically. Well, I've got to word it. It's either going to be are Xbox already winning the next gen console battle, or are they planning ahead for it? Because have you seen the announcement of Project X?
Nope.
It's insane.
What is Project X?
Project X means that you can play any
Professor X
game, any game on your Xbox, saved on your Xbox, either digitally or disc, on any device with a screen. And there's a special mount coming that they're rumoured to be priced $14.99, where you'll literally clip your phone on to stop your Xbox controller, you plug it into the controller, and then this just streams the data, and you're playing it like
your Xbox becomes a hub.
Yeah.
And then you're able
1080, so your wife can watch some TV and you go, yeah, stuff it on. So what the Vita wanted to do with remote play,
Switch.
but the difference is you can't play Forza Horizon 4 on your Switch.
But the big bit, you'll have the processing power of your Xbox,
right?
Yeah.
But to be able to use any screen. So at the moment, the Switch is great, but it can't do a lot. It is limited to what it can do.
For you, though, yeah.
But obviously, yeah.
So basically, they want to make a powerful Switch. Is the idea?
Well, no, you can play anywhere. So they're changing from being a service that is about you put your discs in, it's going to only be on this console to being the Netflix
and
of gaming.
They've already come out and said Apple devices are going to be supported.
So you can play anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
So you got a laptop
on what you want.
So for example,
assuming you have a strong connection.
Well, for example, I could give you my login details. You could play at home on your laptop, play my Xbox.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool, but my life is surrounded by poor internet signals.
Porn.
I wish.
But so going back then, so the fact that they're going down this digital route.
Yeah, it's kind of
Do
cool,
you think this is going to be the future of gaming on Xbox in terms of
Xbox?
I mean gaming because their first party games are going to this as well.
I think it will be because one of the things that it'll really cut down. Hang on, we should be discussing this in the other show, shouldn't we? This is Not So Indie show. Not this show.
This is future of indie gaming on Xbox.
Future of indie gaming.
There we go.
Future of indie gaming on Xbox. I think it will be because it cuts down a lot of production costs for them. They don't have to have the discs out. It takes up less space. They don't have to pay, bugger all for it now because you're just digitally downloading it. Yeah. So all the money they make, the profit margins become huge on it, which means they can invest more and they can do more like that. And it means that the part where once you get it in that sort of system, it means there's no backwards compatibility problems anymore.
Yeah, but that's what they come out and say.
That's their big message. That is a forced problem.
That is their...
Well, it's a forced problem by the way they read the discs and the locking they put on it.
Yeah, there's no need for the problem.
But Sony aren't going to do that.
Sony aren't going to backwards compatibility.
And because Sony have already proved that they're never going to do the backwards compatibility bit yet. They're never going to allow you to play on other people's system, even though they've said, look, we do it with Fortnite now.
Imagine how beautiful PS5 would be if you could play any PlayStation game on it.
If they did that, and they said, right, it's backwards compatible, you play whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
You put the disc in, we'll read the code on it, and you'll have to download it because you can't read the old fucking code, and I'd accept that.
Yeah, be fine with that.
Yeah. No, you'd be like, hilarious. I'm done. I'm happy. I've got my entire game collection.
Yeah, but I still have my entire game collection. It'd just make it easier if I could play it on the current console without having to switch about.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying I wouldn't like you. Are you saying it's a bad thing for PlayStation?
No, I think that's a great thing.
Sorry, I thought you were going.
No, I think it'd be brilliant. It'd be a wonderful moment.
Because then you won't buy any games.
They wouldn't do it anyway.
They wouldn't do it because you won't buy any games.
I know they won't. I would. I'd buy new games.
Yeah, but most people would buy new games, but most others they're not making any money from that.
Sony's
if
argument
you have
is,
to pay for your old game, that's better.
Sony's argument is backwards compatibility isn't a console seller. Just look at Xbox.
Oh,
it's true, isn't it?
It is very true.
Who goes out and goes, I'm going to get an Xbox so I can play my Xbox 360 games with it? No one does that.
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was a bit of a random one, but
It was.
yeah,
Xbox
Xbox
all over
One.
the place there, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nice to see Xbox win one of these battles in the console war.
yeah.
I mean, it's a small victory, but let's let them have it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they are because PSX isn't happening this year, is it?
No.
Oh yeah.
But Xbox have confirmed that they are having an Xbox show in November.
Okay.
I reckon we hear about next gen because Sony have come out this week, haven't they? Said, which
No, if they do that, they're idiots.
but I don't get why people are so shocked. People are like, "Oh my god, they're working on the next place." I'm like, well, obviously, yeah, it's been out for.
I reckon in 2
5,
years
6
we'll
years.
have
I don't think Microsoft are going to come out and say
They're going to wait till Sony announce.
Yeah.
Because that was their mistake last time.
Yeah.
No, the mistake was the marketing strategy, and then Sony just went, "Oh, you go with that. We're just for the players."
Yeah, that's the thing, because that was a response to them being
Yeah.
first. They could be like, so let's just pick apart this.
But if they're
Make them
first,
seem like dickheads.
if they're first and smash it first,
Well, that's a risk you got to take. But after the last one, they can't play that game again because they seriously shot themselves in the foot. Yeah. You're going to be able to watch all the TV you want on your Xbox. Why? I've got a TV.
No one cares.
What you do is you plug your Skybox into the back of your Xbox. Why? Well, then you can say Xbox, put Sky on, or I could press the Sky button.
Oh, genius.
well, yeah, that's going to wrap
I
up
love
the.
2014.
That is going to wrap up this episode of the Indie Cradle podcast, guys. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, watching or listening. If you like the show, then why not give it a little like? Or if you want to help support us, but you don't fancy going over to Patreon, then give us a little review if you're watching on if you're listening on iTunes or whatever podcast service. Give us a little review, give us a like, and share us with your friends. You know, we're trying to spread the indie game love. And if you did watch us
with your friends.
yeah,
That's right.
that's what she said. If you did watch this on YouTube, then obviously, and you're not subscribed, then what are you doing, you idiot? You're still here after an hour and whatever, so subscribe. Boo.
Yeah. What an idiot.
And if you really like what we do, guys, then you can head over to patreon.com/indiecredible, or just click the link when we close off this video. And you throw us a couple of dollars and you'll get exclusive pre and post show content, as well as a completely ad-free experience. Not a single ad on your podcast. So, yeah. As always, I've been Lewis. You can find me at What's Up Woody on pretty much everywhere. On top of me, as always, is Tom, and you can find him at Shriek and Profit. And
Scary up here.
behind me, as always, is
the best conga line
is Dan, and you can find him at the Dice Bear, or just type the Dice Bear into Google, and the bear pops up. Not that kind of bear. Until next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
You find the hidden Easter egg on my website.
And goodbye.
Guys.
I need to ask you both a question, but yeah, go for it.
I watched a thing.
You watched The Thing or A Thing?
Not The Thing. No,
Okay,
that is
because
great.
The Thing's brilliant.
I watched The Breakfast Club.
Oh my god!
Hey!
I finally
yes.
watched it. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm interested to see this because
Go on.
Sarah didn't like it,
Okay.
and I don't know if that's because she would. I don't know. I don't know if it's because she didn't watch it or it's a different mentality. So I'll be interested to see what you think of it, because I've heard younger people really don't like it. They're like, this is fucking boring.
Well, go on then, let's find out.
What?
Do you like it then?
What younger people? 2-year-olds?
Well, yeah.
It's not boring. It's bloody great.
Good.
Yay!
Thank you. Good.
Yeah, it was
No.
an excellent film. I wish I had watched it when I was a teenager.
Okay.
Because honestly, if I watched this when I was 16, I would have cried.
Who would
exactly.
you have modelled yourself after then?
The loser, the nerd,
Oh, okay.
blonde kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one who writes the letter at the end.
Yeah, the awkward, quiet one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Who would Dan be?
Who would Dan be?
You better say Molly Ringwald, otherwise I will kill you. The ginger girl.
No, I know who Molly Ringwald is. No, the weird girl.
Oh, the
The one
weird
with the
girl.
dark hair who
Yeah.
does the dandruff picture.
You're Bender. I'll give you Bender.
I'm in Bender.
He's
Yeah,
not
go on.
Bender.
No, I know he likes
He's
that.
not Bender. No,
No,
he's
not.
not
Letter
Bender.
Boy.
I'd rather be.
He's the jock.
I'd
Yeah.
rather be.
I forgot his name. He's in Mission
Mighty
Impossible.
Ducks.
Yeah.
He's in Mighty Ducks. God,
Yeah,
I've noticed that all the time.
Estevez.
Estevez.
Yeah,
Gloria
Emilio
Gloria
Estevez.
Estevez.
Gloria Estefan.
But yeah, no, you're easily the jock, yeah. But
Yeah.
I know everyone wants to be Bender because he's
Yeah.
cool. When it likes the match that way, I was like, oh, it's too cool. But yeah, no, it was really, really good. I laughed. I had a good time. When that emotional bit happened, I was like, oh yeah, this is really sad. And then like, I didn't think it was going to get me. But then like the nerdy kids started talking, he started saying stuff, and I was like, oh god.
I was like, I can feel this now.
I was just like, I remember being a teenager. It was last week. So yeah, like it's like some of the stuff that was said, it was like, fuck me. Yeah, if I watched this when I was a teenager, I'd have been bawling at that bit because it was like spot on.
It is. It's brilliant.
Exactly how I felt as a teenager.
It's good. Yeah, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great film. Music's great. Shot great. Actors are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Glad I watched it.
John Hughes.
John Hughes.
Yeah. John Hughes.
Yeah.
Movie I went and saw. I went and saw Venom.
Good. I was going to ask, have you seen this?
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Don't worry, you can't spoil the movie.
I don't care.
Because there are no spoilers. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, critics pan it, but audiences like it.
Yeah. Oh, audience I've seen have been like, it's better than I expected.
It's got 89% from audiences, 39% from critics.
What?
On Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
On IMDb, it's 60 audiences and like 2 critics.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So it's about the same sort of.
Yeah.
Well, for a start, they're wrong. Because it's an enjoyable movie. No, it doesn't have Spider-Man in it.
Yeah.
But
does it have a bootleg Spider-Man? Some guy
No,
in like a red top and blue wing that runs across quick enough and you're like, was that him?
No, it doesn't have Spider-Man in.
Why don't they
But
just use
it's
a different
alright.
Spider-Man?
It doesn't matter though. Watching it, it kind of like, you know what, I'm fine. Because at no point does he really use spider powers in it.
No.
So it's not the Venom that you get after Venom has seen Spider-Man and he picks up a lot of the extra spider sense. Well, he doesn't really have spider senses in the same way. But swinging and all the other bits, it's just the symbiote.
The thing that I think is the bugs about the film is the idea, even if it's good, is the idea that, well, especially if it's good, that we can't have Venom and Spider-Man in the MCU.
Why not?
Because they won't do it now.
But you can, because actually what they did really cleverly at the end was they used one of the teasers to talk about Spider-Verse, the cartoon.
I heard about that, yeah.
And by linking the cartoon into it, which it does very loosely, they've said it's a Spider-Verse. There can be more than one Spider-Man. You can have MCU Spider-Man, and then you could have Miles Morales in this. So you can do it in different ways.
Why didn't they just use another Spider-Man? There are so many other Spider-Men. And they're not allowed to use Peter Parker because of the deal with Marvel.
They can't use Peter Parker, and if you're introducing a new hero, as you are with Venom, you don't want to spend part of the movie introducing a new hero as well.
No, I'm not saying
that'd be awful.
I'm just saying have him be there.
They can't, because everyone would go, that's Peter Parker, that's Spider-Man. You'd have to introduce him as another universe Spider-Man. Otherwise, Otherwise, Marvel will turn around and go, "No, you
get some fat guy."
Well, no, you've got the pig.
That's a Spectacular Spider-Ham.
Yeah,
that's his name.
Yeah.
Or whose origin I just found out about, by the way. Do you know what his origin is?
Go on.
Like I had no idea about this. His origin in the original comic is that he was a spider that was bitten by an irradiated pig, and he like metamorphosized into an anthropomorphic pig, like the pig who bit him, but retained his powers as a spider.
Love it.
That's how he became Spider-Ham.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so funny. I can't wait for the Spider-Verse film.
But Venom's good. It's enjoyable. It has a couple of, some of the action doesn't quite hit, but it's just a roller. I saw it in 3D, which pissed me off.
That's a shame. Why'd you do that?
Because it was the only one going at that time that I could see it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because
they changed the CGI like in it. Is it right?
It's alright. It's mixed. I think there's some good bits and bits that are like. Yeah.
It was alright. There's a couple of moments when Riot and Riot and Venom are fighting each other,
and it's like what?
The faces are a little bit. Yeah.
I heard Woody Harrelson's wig is hilarious.
Yes, but Woody Harrelson was brilliant, and I can't wait to see him as Carnage.
He's brilliant in everything he does. Yeah.
So. You know, and they've set it up for another one. It took 80 million in its first weekend, so there's going to be another one.
Oh, it was always going to take a lot, wasn't it?
This is going to be this is going to do their villain films now, aren't they?
With the Sinister Six, which is the one.
Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
Night Watch.
Black Cat.
And it's confirmed. Did you see that Spider-Man's going to be in Kraven the Hunter? They confirmed it this week.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, he's coming into it
now.
Oh, the director or the writer said that.
And they confirmed
I'd wait until Disney said
because Amy Pascal said, head of Sony said for Venom, like, oh yeah, it's part of the same universe, and then Kevin Feige was like, no, it's not. Like in the same interview.
Yeah. So I would wait until MCU and that lot and Marvel and Disney have said yes or no to it.
They've got a bit of a thing of being like, oh yeah, it's
connected, guys. Please watch it. Oh no.
I think we are going to the cinema next week to go see. I don't want to go see it very much. Sarah wants to go see it.
What's that?
A Star Is Born.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, but it is getting very good reviews.
I've seen the original.
You might be lucky.
And the original is actually quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is getting good reviews.
It's getting good reviews. She's up for Oscar talks.
Yeah, I want to see First Man solely because it's the
I want to see that as well. That looks good.
Whiplash director.
I do, but I'm
Yeah.
just like...
Whiplash is so good.
I watched it again the other
So
night.
good.
Fucking that
Still
film
don't watch
is so
Whiplash.
hard.
You should watch
Do you know,
it.
I did
You'd
watch,
love it, mate.
I did watch the other night, about a week ago,
Yeah.
and I think it's definitely in my top 3 now. I've been
That's like when I watched Whiplash.
I've been batting around for it a while, and I think I've mentioned it before.
He said he's been batting
Yeah.
around for a while.
Been batting around for a little while, and it's questionably my favourite film ever.
What?
I'm excited. Go on.
What is that?
Interstellar.
That's a great film.
It's alright. Wouldn't make top my.
It's really good, but yeah, I think people get a bit with it's a bit pretentious.
It's incredibly pretentious.
Yeah. It's Nolan, though. I mean, to be honest.
And once you've watched it, you get it, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to watch it again.
I've seen it over 15 times now.
It's amazing visuals in that film.
There are some beautiful visuals in
And
that
sound
film,
design. It's just
Yes, yeah, I
absolutely
agree.
spot on. And
Honestly,
I like,
all its working parts.
although I know the twist at the end, I look forward to it still now. I was watching it the other day, and Sarah was like, "This is 3 hours." I was like, "Go to bed. I'm watching this." And I watched 3 hours of it and was like, "This is so good." And
Yeah, I
looked
like
forward to the ending. Do you know what? I really like Matthew McConaughey. The more obviously of his
He's
stuff.
a talented man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
And
YouTube
stunningly
video?
handsome.
Have you seen
I was about to say, you sound like you're writing his grinder.
You don't know.
What?
Dan knows.
What's this?
Like the comment we had on the video. Someone commented on our video saying that
Oh
I
God.
sound like Chris Hemsworth. It literally commented saying, "You sir sound like Chris Hemsworth." And I was like, "Mate,
So it's one of his kids. He's paid him 10 quid to.
I'm trying to think of a good thing for you to say. What's a good Hemsworth line? I want to hear him say it. See if it sounds like Hemsworth. What's a Hemsworth line?
Go for it.
I'm asking you.
No,
I need a horse."
that's his problem. He hasn't got any good lines, has he?
No.
Oh, he must do.
He's amazing.
Oh, I see you've gone for the beard.
In Ragnarok, he must have something. The snake story. That's good.
But no, Interstellar,
Yes, I really like it.
incredible. I love it.
I watched Doctor Who.
The new
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much better than anything Moffat ever did in his run.
Really?
Well, no, okay.
It's not true
His
at all.
his first season was really good. His first season.
I heard they only got a woman because they haven't got to pay her as much.
No, that's not true, is it?
That's what I heard. Guys are clearly more expensive in the same job, so let's get a woman in.
Tell you what, she's better than Capaldi. I'm gonna be honest.
I
But
thought.
I think he had bad scripts.
I
so
think
can't really
Capaldi
blame
had
him.
really shit writing.
Which
Oh,
one is
yeah.
he? The old one.
Yeah, old Scottish guy. I
Well,
thought he'd been really good with a
I
good
don't know much
writer.
about Doctor Who, but a lot of Doctor Who chat kind of went down when he came in, so I'm guessing he was crap.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
blame him.
It was it wasn't his fault. It was badly written. It wasn't
Honestly,
an entertaining
the show
series.
has been downhill since Moffat took
One
over.
of the students was talking about the other day, and you guys know far more about Doctor Who than I do, and they were trying to tell me that David Tennant is still their favourite Doctor
Yeah,
ever.
easily.
They think he's amazing. I think he's an incredible
I
actor.
think Tom Baker's great.
I think every time I see him,
Tom Baker, Jesus, going back old school.
yeah, he's a great Doctor. He's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
But David Tennant is my favourite.
I like Matt Smith. I
Oh,
thought
no,
David
I really
Tennant
like Matt Smith as well.
refreshed
See the
it, and I
weird
think
one.
he's the one who had fish fingers and custard, and
I think, they should get-
His first episode is the best first episode.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Noel
best
Fielding would
introduction.
be a good Doctor.
No way,
Who?
that would be twisted and
Noel
weird.
Fielding.
No. He'd make a good
Mikey
Time Lord, but not a
Boosh.
good Doctor. Yeah.
You could, like, you know when they do the weird alternate universe, and like maybe they should do like the Doctor got depressed and went on drugs or something, and they should do
Noel Fielding has
yeah.
it.
Noel Fielding is a Doctor for a one-off episode
Oh,
of
mate.
like an adult one, like a good episode.
Like a good episode. I
Well,
like this
that's
shit
fair.
they've been
There's
churning.
so much bad stuff lately.
I think she's been pretty good. I'm looking forward to the season.
Yeah, as
I
am
thought it was an okay first
They're
episode.
calling
same.
it periods now because it's a woman, not seasons.
I knew
You're
this was
so lucky this shit is just for Patreon and that all our patrons are blokes at the moment.
happening. Yeah.
You wait until that first woman starts going, I'm going to give them cash.
It's fine.
And then she's so disappointed by you.
I got to say, my instant likes about this episode.
Yeah.
Really nicely shot. I was just surprised by it. It was really pretty.
Yeah. There was a
sexist.
good budget for it, obviously.
Yeah, obviously huge budget. You started off not from the companion's point of view. For a good chunk of the first part of the episode, you don't see the Doctor at all.
Oh, I've got the right.
But we don't need to be introduced to the Doctor straight away. We need to be introduced to these brand new characters.
Yeah.
Like in Rose, the first episode of the reboot.
Yeah.
We were with Rose for ages until we even see the Doctor.
Yeah.
And that worked, and we cared about it after.
I don't like what's his face, Bradley Walsh. What's his name?
Yeah, he's so weird. Bradley
I
Walsh.
don't
I was like,
I just don't
I said,
like
what's
him.
this? I mean,
Literally, when he turned up, I was like, "What's he doing in this?"
my mother-in-law is a big fan of Doctor Who, and she watches it each week. And she's watching Stargate SG-1 again at the moment.
Oh, that's a good
Hell
one.
yeah.
But no, she. I was like, "What's this?" She was like, "Doctor Who." I was like, "Bradley Walsh." She's like, "Yeah, he's actually quite good in it." But
it's a weird show. I don't hate him, so I'd give him more time than one episode because he barely said anything. But he was.
I know he's going to annoy me because he does everything he's ever been in.
Fair
just
enough.
Annoyed
I
me.
mean, one look at him, I don't see a new companion. I just see Bradley Walsh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked right at the beginning when on the train that fucking weird thing's coming at him.
too predictable.
What?
No, genuinely is because I again don't watch Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Watching it downstairs, and my mother-in-law was watching it. The Doctor come and I went, "Oh, she's going to need a sonic screwdriver," and literally within 5 seconds she went, "Oh, hang on, my sonic," and I was like, "Fucking predictable. I'm off."
But you said that she wouldn't have it.
No, I said, "Oh, she's going to need a sonic screwdriver."
Oh right, well, yes, that's the. It does everything to.
I don't
At
even
least
know
for the
Doctor Who.
first time, they.
Too
I
predictable.
thought you'd have liked that bit because it was an Indiana Jones joke.
Don't like Doctor Who.
That's fair
Okay.
enough. You don't have to like it.
Find it boring. It's in the same category as Star Trek.
You like Star Trek though?
Yeah.
Oh, the newish one was okay. Better than the others.
Okay, I was going to say that Bradley Walsh's character. There's a bit where the monsters come towards him on the train, and he just goes, "Let's get away from this," instead of going to investigate like they usually do in this show. He's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Which I thought, good. Thank you for not being a moron.
Yeah.
And also, aside from one weird speech, because Moffat loved his speeches.
Yeah.
Every character had a fucking speech every 2 seconds. No one spoke like a person.
Yeah.
There was one weird speech at the beginning with the police officer girl.
Oh what? Oh, okay.
She had a speech
The only
in the
way
beginning,
is up,
and I was like, why?
baby.
That was really good. That was really delightful.
Of course it was.
I like that, guys.
Right, should we say goodbye?
Yeah.
Because we've got another thing to get onto.
Yeah, I need another drink as well.
Right. Peace out, guys.
Goodbye.